So why do we get winded out? So when you get winded out, what happens is it's not the lungs that are not able to expand and they have reached to a threshold and beyond this they cannot expand. This is all crap. All the yoga gurus that you listen to, that oh, your lungs need to expand more, you have to learn, your body needs to learn to expand more lungs and breathe more air in, that is all crap. That is all crap. What is happening here right now is my body, my whole system is not habitual and is not efficient enough to absorb all the oxygen which is in my blood. It is not capable of absorbing and utilizing all the oxygen which is in my blood, and it is not capable of pumping the blood in optimum amount to my whole body. There are multiple reasons. So number one is heart, the pump. The pump is right now is not habitual of pumping more oxygenated blood to my tissues, to my cells, and my cells are not capable of absorbing that oxygen which is in there in the blood and utilizing it. My cell mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, is not capable of utilizing that oxygen fully and produce energy. That's why it is happening. That's why I'm getting tired. By exercising, by daily working out like this, by daily reaching to a threshold where I cannot breathe, where I feel like I cannot breathe, what I'm doing is I am making my atrium, my pump, my heart to pump more blood throughout my body, more oxygenated blood. Basically, I'm training my atrium to fill ventricles more and more. My ventricles are training to pump the oxygenated blood more and more throughout my body. My cells, my muscle cells are training to absorb more oxygen from my body. My mitochondria, powerhouse of the cells, is more now, more in quantity in every cell. The more I practice, the number of mitochondria increases in the cell. That's what I have learned from Harvard University's physiology course, that the number of mitochondria increases and it becomes more efficient in producing ATP molecules, basically producing energy, becomes more efficient, which is required. Those ATP molecules are required for the muscles to twitch so that I can throw a punch, I can throw a kick, I can lift dumbbells, I can take down, I can do all those various moves. That ATP molecule is required to do that, to execute all that. So my body is becoming more efficient in producing those ATP molecules for which oxygen is required. But we can do it anaerobically too. So what happens when we reach to a threshold? We shift from aerobic to anaerobic. Body knows that you require more energy right now. Your muscles require more energy. When you go to a limit, beyond your limits, what happens is your body says, okay, now we have reached to a limit of aerobic respiration, aerobic way of producing energy. Hence, we have to go to a reserve now, which is anaerobic, which is without using oxygen. We have to use that now. We have to use fermentation to produce more ATP molecules. Fermentation of pyruvate, you can check in details. I will not go into it. But now the body is saying, yes, we have to use this secondary form of process. We have to use this secondary form of process to produce more ATP molecules, which actually produces lactic acid, which produces more CO2. Even though we are not utilizing oxygen, but we are still producing more CO2 because we have to reduce the body. What body does is it has to maintain the pH value of the system in order for body to function, in order for enzymes to function. So the pH value cannot go beyond a certain limit. It is 7.36 and 7.44. It cannot go beyond 7.36, below 7.36, and it cannot go above 7.44. Right? So it has to maintain that. So hence it produces more carbon dioxide. It basically, the lactic acid converts into carbon dioxide. There's a whole process. There's a hydrogen protons which combines with bicarbonate and produces CO2, and which basically your body is producing right now more CO2 than it is utilizing oxygen. You feel winded out. It feels like that. It feels like you're exhaling more than you are inhaling, because your body is trying to maintain the pH value. It doesn't want it to go beyond a certain pH value. And this is what is happening. So when you practice daily, your heart improves, your cardiovascular system improves, your vessels, blood vessels, they improve, your muscles, the cells of your muscles improve. How to utilize this oxygen better, how to produce more ATP molecules, more energy, overall system gets better when you practice daily and reach to that threshold. So stop thinking that it's your lungs. No, it is your cardiovascular system, it is your muscles, it is everything. The whole body learns how to improve, how to be better. And that's it. That's why practicing daily is not only practicing daily, reaching to that threshold daily is important. Reaching to a threshold where you cannot go beyond that threshold. Your muscles like gave up, okay, I cannot do anything else. Have reached to a limit. I cannot do a single repetition more. You have to reach to that level daily in order to increase your stamina. That's how you increase your stamina. That's it.